Yo, I'm just doing some more back testing. If you guys can hear anything in the background, I'm sorry about that, but yep, let's get into it. So coming into this week, like basically we're coming off of a large expansion, right? So it makes sense for price to want to consolidate or retrace or something like that, right? So now the big focus coming into this week is what would cap off this retracement, right? ES and YM actually take out the previous week's low, which is something that could cap off the retracement pretty well, especially when we have a two-stage here like this. So now I'm going to be seeing if this low wants to hold, and we can trade this reversal back into the range. So now if we want a long, does a profile align? And yeah, it does. So you see price opens low. We have, no we don't, okay. So price opens low. We have the two-stage already. And now we just want to confirm it. This could be like our low-hanging fruit. Order pairing this range, and then higher time frame, this is like our draw. So now it's just framing continuation using gap fills. So it's 8:30 right now. We trade beneath. Are we printing? Are we forming? Okay, we do have a 90-minute gap that's forming, but we trade beneath this gap. We're failing to reverse, kind of. And the next 90-minute candle is opening up soon. But the thing is, gap's right here. We have SMT with the gap. Then we have a strength switch, two-stage PSP. So now we have a two-stage within this gap. We've already failed to manipulate these highs. This could just be something the price goes from. Only issue with taking this on ES for me is the fact that I'll be fading a gap. I'll be fading the 90-minute gap, which I don't really want to do. But if this candle reverses, if we form the low of this 90-minute candle here, we could get expansion. So this might be something I try, maybe. CSD, retracement, CSD, get 2R. I'm gonna take my shot here. Let's see how this goes. Into gap, which is good. All assets are expanding. Okay, so we hit this high. Now we're very clearly printing continuation signatures through the high. This is like a valid break even for me. With the creation of a new validation. Actually, I won't go break even yet, just because we have a 15-minute gap. Oh, you don't want to see this. Oh, that was 9:30. So that's the driver. Okay, I got really lucky here, picking the right like at it, because NQ manipulates. But at this point, we fill the gap. We create SMT with these lows. I think because it's a okay, it's a 90-minute gap fill. NQ like manipulates all these lows, and driver expands away. So this could be something as well, right here, to take on NQ. Already NES though. So yeah, so I'll just TP. Let's see, what's a reasonable TP? So the problem is daily wick is pretty large. But the reason why I'm thinking we could go farther is because when we get to driver, we're already above the current day's high. We're already at this high, and we have a logic to see a continuation on the higher time frames. So I'll probably partial at this high and hold for further highs. But this should hold here, at least until we get to this high. Let me set a thing so I can partial. I'm sorry if you guys can hear stuff in the background. But NQ is reversing. This should be fine. Look at that. Okay, now YM is kind of struggling. Okay, get that partial. Go break even. And I'll probably hold for this high here. See if we can get there. Dang, okay, so this asset isn't reversing though. What's it? YM is it? Oh, it's gonna be fine still. Because now we're printing a gap, a 30-minute gap here. Get rid of this. Now we're printing a 30-minute gap. So we want to see, oh my goodness. Okay, sorry, I just had to fix some stuff. But anyway, now we're creating a 30-minute gap, which is good. I mean, this is just super lethargic. It's a problem. So I'm taking out the side. Oof. Yeah, so this might be cooked. Probably get a break even or something here. Yeah. So yeah. Maybe. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just a lot of stuff going on right now. But anyway. Yeah, I mean, this is a relevant high on NQ, right? So this is somewhere we could see something. I was just pretty one-sided bullish here. I just didn't have much framework. I guess NQ does want this low. It is a failure swing SMT, so it's not too likely we leave the low. Let's just see what the market wants to do right now. We have SMT fill, which is also a strength switch, but it's kind of low in the range, and I don't like these signatures. So probably skip it. See if we can get a 30-minute gap fill maybe. So NQ gets this low. That's 12:30. So it's like we're tracing here. Let's see NQ's phase of price at this low. NQ hits this low. What phase of price do we enter? But look at YM. YM's actually like V-shaping and stuff. And I was pretty one-sided bullish. Maybe this might be like second stage, because now we're switching strength. We have like this going on here. It's just the say 4 hourly. Let's say 90-minute. Okay, 90 minutes not bad. Yeah, this could actually be something. I might just, at this point it is kind of like later, unless I just try to get this fill. I don't get it. So maybe, oh, okay, bet we get a gap fill right now, and it's in discount, so I don't mind it being a 15-minute. Ooh, the issue is, it's just like, it just feels like in space. That's it's just that this 15-minute SMT fill is higher in the range, and we just have like this tiny opposing candle, which I don't really like, if I'm gonna be honest. It could be fine taking NQ, because we already had the strength switch at the reversal, so now I could just take NQ until YM hits something. The problem is this profile's kind of cooked now. This is like a seek and destroy now, so I mean, I guess we could work with that. I can try NQ. Is this a 5-minute? Oh, it's on a 5-minute. Oh, 3-minute CSD. Okay. I mean, signatures aren't the best thing in the world. I'm not gonna form a 30-minute gap. Early. Okay, I'll just take this 5-minute. This is kind of lower probable. I'll go lighter risk, but yeah, okay, it's already cooked. It's just the profile super trash, right? So, and we still, like, at this point we've already invalidated this idea, so we're just gonna come to this low. Like, this doesn't even make sense, to be honest. But we do have this. Okay, I guess I'm saved. Cause now we get this strength switch. I was really ready to give up this idea, thinking I was offside. I'll probably only take 2R. Well, I'll see how we trade, but yeah, so this is not reversing. Okay, now we get the 90-minute open. Probably gonna, if something's gonna happen, it'll probably happen around here. Okay, so it's not bad. It's going. I did go in lighter risk. Yeah, okay. I did go in lighter risk. So we're getting the strength switch. So maybe we can see YM get to this high. It's just about if we have enough time, because it's already 1400. So it's about, do we have enough time in the candle now? How much R is this? 3R? I might just hold this until YM gets this high. So it's like gaps. Look at this. So this could, I could basically go break even now. Alright, 3R. Oh, partial. Take like 50% off. Okay. Doesn't want to let me partial. I'll just hold until, what's it called, YM can get up here maybe. It's just consolidation. Oh, the day's over. So I'm closing the rest around 3R. So this is basically like 3R, but it's half risk, so it was like 1.5R. But yeah, I hope the logic makes sense, like trading this back into the range, taking this asset because we had a better protected low, because you also have to, you want to take in consideration individual assets framework. And I'd rather take an asset that sweeps a low than take an asset that's just like in the middle of air. So yeah, it was all right. What is that on this day? Yeah, there's like 2 partial wins on this day. That's like what, 2.6 the day. All right, let's go to the next day. So now ideally this would be our low of week. We still have SMT. Do we still have SMT to previous week's low? Okay, now we have, it's only, there's no more SMT to previous week's low. We should have this PSP price trade back into range. See what it looks like. Okay, so now at this point, this idea is pretty much invalidated because we failed to reverse. It's like a last chance. Now we're just gonna go for this low most likely, especially with this like PSP previous day. There's like this consolidation, manipulation, expand. This is just capping off this range and the seek and destroy profile. So now 1800 opens, and we're opening or expanding lower, right? So do we take out this low or is this equal lows? Okay, we take it out. We're retracing after taking out this low. We have the 3 candles expansion. So this is probably my overall draw here. Let's see how we can get there. There's no news. Price is opening low. Let's look at the hourly. Maybe there's gaps stuff. Okay, so ideally, this would be like my validation. Like I wouldn't want to see price go past that really. So I'll just wait because clearly there's no gap here. These assets have a gap, but clearly it's not gonna hold most likely. I do have this. I don't like how ES forms like the strongest close here. That I do have this. This asset wants to reverse. Just looks like consolidation to me though. So I'll probably just wait and see what the driver wants to do. So this asset's expanding higher. So we're just decoupled right now. So this is the daily open. Is it 30 minute? So we're just decoupled. Assets range bound. That's expanding higher. We're pretty high in this range now, where it looks like this current day's high could be a possibility. But ideally, I want to see some kind of like a resync or something for ideally lower. We're not really getting anything right now. I'm not really gonna trade that. Just decoupled. Okay, bet. Loki missed this. Went too fast. But now look at this. You're getting this. We're at this high, which I said was the invalidation. We're like strength switching at that high. So now we form a daily cycle, or previous 6 hour. So we have this SMT, and then we get this strength switch right here. Which I went too fast. I didn't even see it. It just happened in one candle. But we get that strength switch there. So it's just telling us most likely that assets can get here. But now it's about entry. I'm not really sure how it ends around. Into gap, yeah, we do. Well, I'm like trading super deep, and now this is like a super space SMT. So you want to see this asset fail to manipulate. Which yeah, it looks like retracement. But now, like, you're fading every candle if we were to take on YM, so you just have to wait for 10, most likely. Okay, we open at 10. Prices are like assuming. Do you see how it's consolidating? So that means we're gonna want the SMT break, most likely. So if this is gonna hold, see how we expand and we retrace. You just want to see 10 a.m. go. Most likely, that's the ideal scenario, but we don't really get that. So now we get a resweep. It's just kind of, this is a strength switch because now we have like this going on. Sorry, we have this going on now. So we take out this high. This could be something, right? Sato's failing to manipulate. We do actually have further objectives, so I think taking NQ here is fine as well. So I'll probably take that. Perfect 2 hours to the low. The only problem is you are shorting low of day. But see this asset's reversing. This should be the high. Like all the assets have a reason to go lower. It's like where else would we, oh, I did half risk again. Here, I'm gonna just go back, redo it. Let me do that. Like it is kind of like sus showing the low of day. It's just like a failure into this low, so this is gonna be fine most likely, especially with these assets reversing, and this asset remaining the weakest asset. Now we print a gap. I'll just trail to the side. That's CSD? Yeah, it is. There's nothing else for me to trail to. I'll break even here. And since this is overall objective, I'm not gonna hold until the assets hit something. It's just like greedy. What is this? 10:30? 10:30 open. Bruh, about to get break even here. Yeah, like I guess we just leave that low. The hourly 90 minute. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but whatever. We leave that low. YM takes out like this low. Get like this 10:30 reversal. This asset just expands now. There's nothing I could frame lower here. It was just that break even knocked me out. Yeah, it's gonna go now. That's so annoying, bro. Ideal entry would have been up here after that initial like whole thing. And I was focused a lot on YM, so this gap, this would have been valid as well, because everything's already in motion. So I was just like on me. Here though, can't really do much about this. Like, just get souped. We get there. I hope it made sense though. I mean, there's nothing else I would really take with that draw taken. Like, yes, just super far. Like this is the relevant low. Yes, it's not that far to this low, but now they're just shorting low day. But you see how we open and we expand lower? Actually, no, YM kind of has some stuff going on over there. So yeah, that's mad annoying, but what can you do? Yeah, so that was that day. For me, improvements I could have made would have been not like focused too much on YM. I could have been peeping NQ. If I was on the 1 minute, maybe I could have taken this right here, but I missed this here and like this gap fill. And it was kind of unfortunate how I just got like sniped, bro. But yeah, okay. So now clearly price did not want to reverse. So if anything would hold, this is a monthly low. No, I'm tripping. This is a weekly gap though. So this is like this SMT fill here. Maybe this could cap off that retracement as well, but I'll see what the next day looks. Okay, now we're getting a strength switch. Now we have this weekly SMT fill taking out like these lows. We have like this going, and then now we have this. So if we would go higher, it would be from here. But this profile, pretty trash. Except actually, it's not bad on YM, but NQ it's just terrible. Because NQ's opening high, and we're opening high into a gap. Let's trade lower. So this is just kind of like opening low. This profile is like abysmal. So if we're gonna frame this as a delayed protraction, we need SMT with, okay, we need SMT with something relevant. So we have SMT with this. So this would have to hold if we want to frame this higher. And look at this. Look at the hive day. Failure swings. So this is pretty good. And look at this here. Hit the low. AMD reversal off the low. So we get that double sweep. So we technically already have, no we don't, I'm tripping. But we had with SMT and we have a PSP, so technically that is at 2-stage. And it's strength switching as well, because that's it forms a PSP. Now look at this. So that's just printing a gap. In terms of longs, I probably long in Q, just because look at this. We actually have objectives where Y has these highs and then we have nothing. So let's see if we can get this gap fill. This is like one of my favorite sequences. Where we get like decoupling in the middle candle. So look at this PSP, and then we print a gap, and then this asset forms a gap fill, which is like a strength switch, here, and then it's also like, because then we have like, it's like this, and I don't like, I'm tripping. It's like this, like from here to here and then here to here. And we get that like 2-stage strength switch, which is also advanced premium and discount, because that's just gonna be behind the range. It's like everything. It's like one of my favorite sequences ever. Am I tripping? Okay, equal lows. Nice. Maybe I might just, if we have good signatures, I might just, nah, I'm gonna stick to this. So annoying. It's exactly what I wanted. But now we're getting 2-stage PSP gap fill. Where are we in the range? Around EQ. It's just prior to the driver, which is problem. I prefer bigger opposing candles, but we're not going to print any other gaps. And if we're going to go, we wouldn't even need to come back. We would not even need to come back into this range. The only issue now is that this asset is the weakest asset. So I might just skip. Yeah, okay, I might just skip that. And ideally we get, okay, if we get this sweep, now we get this advanced premium discount. This is also going to be a strength switch, so this is going to be like easy longs. Perfect. So now we have kind of like this going here. Let me make it clear. Maybe like this going, this, and this asset's already hit the high, so NQ is now lagging. I'm gonna just long this. Should be fine. Like stop like that. I'm gonna probably hold past this high. See this, the wick isn't too bad. Oh, this 4-hour wick is terrible. That's fine. We have volatility with the driver. So maybe we can get to bruise this high or something. I will partial at this high. Okay, I get cooked. And this asset CSDs. I thought this was fine, to be honest. I guess not. Because now the driver's like failing. It is fading the 4-hour wick. But I thought with the framework, I thought it'd be fine. I thought it was just like a strength switch to get there. But if I'm offside, then let's see what we have. I'll just like skip past. I genuinely thought it was fine. I mean, at this point, I'll just wait for the hourly close, because now we still like do have this gap fill, which is like the low here. Something like this, still holding. See the 90-minute. Yeah, the 90-minute wasn't aligned. And actually, no, at the time it was. Fine, let's wait for 10. But now we get like, now we get a PSP. Strength switch PSP. So, oh, we get this CSD as well. I'm thinking this I think it's fine now. I think because this is like consolidation retracement, so we could get to high. And I was just about entering, because like assuming this is like the low's already in. Yeah, I'll be positioned in the wick of this candle. Stop above EQ. So if I were to take this, my stop would not be above EQ. So I'll try this here. If I can get a fill. Oh, I'm cooked. Bruh. I'm simply just offside. I'm literally just offside. I'm not gonna try again, because it just means I'm offside. I mean, I guess, yeah, it is a red flag that this asset isn't gapping. Alright, look at this. And we do kind of create like this failure swing, which is kind of hard to trust, where you'd just want to wait for an intra-candle CSD. And then 90-minute is cooked. I see how M chops when you wait. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I think the biggest problem with this, oh, look at this. Strength switch. But we're forming a 30-minute gap. But it's like super early on in the gap, but this asset's also like in the middle of nowhere, so I'll probably just wait. Asset's consolidating. I think the biggest problem with this was this 90-minute candle. With the second trade was the 90-minute candle. Looks like the entries were poor. Maybe we can get a 30-minute gap fill here. Okay, this is like not even a SMT fill. Not even like a two-stage inside here. And that's sort of like failing to reverse. So yeah, this is cooked. Now, not the best day. I was just like super bent on getting this asset up here. I'll review it at the end after I finish this day. So now it's 1400. I'm not shorting this. I was simply just poor timing, because the 4-hour was super cooked, and on top of that, I'm trying to trade in this candle. Before it was cooked. Should I take this? What was YM doing at that point? I mean, yeah, it's just like, I don't know. The second one's definitely 100% avoidable, I think, with the 90-minute already being cooked, and just trying to take that. That's definitely avoidable. I think it was just, I would have had to wait for 10:30, but then at the same time, I don't even know if I would take it, because at this point we create like a failure swing, and there's no gaps away to get offside with. Like, these are just 15-minute gaps. But yeah, human errors. I was just offside. Okay, so now these assets expand. We break that SMT there. So these technically do still have a two-stage, but these assets like fail to reverse. So it really depends on what this next day would do. Okay, so so we have, what is this, a PM reversal? A PM reversal. Now H is continuing, so this might be low of the week, right? What is high of the week? This could be our objective in a reversal week, and then the next weeks we could target like all those highs. So we kind of opens low, we form a good low. Yeah, we open to this gap. We reverse, price is expanding away, we're failing to manipulate highs, so it's looking good. Now it's like, how do we get on side? Is that driver? Oh, there's 8:30 news. I didn't know that. Should I get 8:30 news? See the hourly? 90 minutes. So the previous candle did strength switch here. How about these highs? So now we create like a second stage strength switch, like such. So might be something to trade YM. Yeah, this low wasn't bad, dude. I just need to slow down. I'm going too fast. But yeah, this name it 2-stage. Was it 730? Yeah, we're getting more SMT like this. Sorry. Okay, so I want to see what the driver wants to do. Okay, we have all this. That's just like consolidating, leaving equal highs. Taking out the previous 90-minute low, creating SMT there. Signatures are like kind of trash, like for higher. I mean, when I say that, I just don't want to be like longing the high of everything. There is strength switch, kind of. Yeah, no, there's not. It's because ES is being weird, and ES is like weeding with these SMTs. So, and it draws a little far. Man, I guess I'll take ES. I just hate trading ES so much. Let's see this 5-minute close. Look at this strength switch PSP. So that's good. You could trade YM there, to be honest. I think the asset's fine there. Nice, we're creating gaps. I'll just trail here. Cool. I'll just hold until YM gets there. YM's pretty close, and because NQ also has this draw. If I get break even, bro. Bro. I'm sorry, I'll just TP here. That's fine. Okay, good. I was getting scared there. But now this asset's actually hitting the draw, so it's not even worth holding, especially with YM trolling like this. My opinion. YM could get there. Yeah, it does. But yeah, I wasn't even trying to gamble that. This asset was trolling. I mean, like, I don't really have much. It's like retrace, but we get there. Right, we should. Yeah, we do. So that was on me. I think holding partially. I could have partially and then held. Yeah, it was on me, but whatever. Jeez, bro, we nuke. I did not think we would get up here. This is actually like really, really clean, in my opinion. I'll go over it again. It's basically. I'll go rank Q because just rank Q is like better. So coming into this like week already, like I said, this looks like consolidation retracement. Like we hit this high, now we're consolidating. We take out these lows, which is a gap on YM. So this could be something to cap off the retracement. And then what do we get the next day? YM decouples to create that second stage SMT. Like I've talked about this before. where we have like this decoupling to create second stage of SMT, because first we have this, and now this is a decouples, and this is the highest probability two-stage because we're getting the V-shape. I mean, not the V-shape, we're getting the strength switch, and we're getting SMT break in one. So I love these kinds of SMTs, right? And so look at this day where this asset trades bearish this day, and this asset trades bullish. We're just strength switching to form the second stage. I mean, we're decoupling to form the second stage SMT like this. And so that was the logic coming into it. And then after we get this SMT, I was longing this previous day. I was getting cooked, just like kind of not the right time. But when we look at this day, previous PM reverse, we've been in expansion, right? And what we get is NQ like hits these highs, hits this high, and we see like strength switch, right? This asset's showing bearish signatures. We're seeing strength switching and all that. And so now it's simply just trading continuation. We get YM taking out lows, creating two stages on the 90. It created a two-stage on the 90-minute. It's kind of trash because the SMT only exists on ES, this one. But then YM takes this. Since it's pretty bullish, I just took it because I don't want to long NQ at the high of day. Like that was just really, really high in the range, and ES had an open objective. These guys see retracement, reversal, and we get this really nice expansion. Get the two-stage here, right? It's at the driver as well. And then what is the driver doing? We're putting in a reversal. I just took this CSD, simple. Took this CSD. I TP'd at this high. This like this retracement scared me. I was gonna hold until YM got there. Should have been like 8R, but kind of spooked me a little bit. Which I remember, like I need to be like stick to my top down. Like I just get sucked into the low time frame sometimes, but and yeah, so that's what it was. It was pretty nice. We just rip. This is pretty much what I wanted since the open of the week was to get something like this to cap off this retracement to see a continuation. Just this day I was a little offside, and this day didn't hold as much as I could have, but it's all good. It was a good trade. Now we have news. So it's just now if you want to see a continuation, you want a 4-hour gap, you want to open low. Honestly, exactly what we're getting. We're opening low into a gap. Now I want to see some kind of SMT in this gap, see continuation into the previous day's high, and then into our final objective. Weekly wick is kind of large, but pretty close. So we'll see what price can do here. I'll just see what the driver does. Okay, perfect. Now we get the sequential SMT. We don't have SMT with a gap, so just waiting for that sequential SMT to confirm the gap. Go to 30 minutes, see how we have no high of day. We have this SMT, see the 90-minute. Oof. 90 minutes kind of rough, but it's like the only place we can form this low. And we have a PSP. Okay, so we have a two-stage up here. Oh shoot, this is a cap. Oh, I never mind. I thought it was on the 30-minute. This candle hasn't closed yet. So personally, I'm not too keen to take this. This just seems super choppy. I don't really have a second stage. Oh, actually, since this driver should be fine. Yeah, I'll fade it just because it's the driver. I'm pretty one-sided bullish here. So I'll try this CSD. Jeez. Now that 90-minute, we open up with an expansion. Are we within the upper bottom half of this? Yeah, we are. Should be fine. This is the current day's high. Isn't really established. We have a strength switch PSP at the to form the low of day. I think it's fine. The only issue I have with this, my stop is kind of higher in the range than ideal. Oh, I should be partialing here. How much R is this? Oh, never mind. I'm tripping. I'll see what the driver's doing. Okay. Gulp. Ah, shoot. Okay, so I guess souped out by the driver. Let's see. I mean, it's like a strength switch after taking out this high. I'll take random CSDs like that. Even this wick is kind of large. Yeah, this is super annoying, bro. This is a valid break-even point. I don't know why I didn't go break-even there. That's so annoying. But now all these assets are expanding. I'll probably wait for 10 to take this. Actually, the wick is fine. Yeah, this is just a weak. This is a poor asset selection on me. At this point, all these assets are at the highs. See how 10 AM opens? I can't take anything like that. I would never take that personally. I would prefer this. Even though it's like the weakest asset, I would just take this. Let's look at this universal V-shaped gap proportion block. Stop is kind of big. I think we could get a retest just because it's the weakest asset. So potentially. Yo, that's just terrible. I should just take it as is. Like that. EQ this wick. I don't know what that was. That's how I know I've been backtesting too long, bro. When I start doing stuff like that. At this point, this retracement is just terrible. This just looks like seek and destroy. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even long this. Okay, I was cooked. I'll just wait for 12. See the hourly. Like some kind of gap or a sequence or something. Okay. We're filming a 30-minute gap. I'll just wait for that. Nope. No gap fill. Dude, I never know if it's like actually like this or if it's FX replay. Just lying. Hourly gap. Okay, that's a 90-minute gap. It's like last chance it goes. It's like 1400 open as well. It was 90-minute strength switch. There's closure. Nice. I'll just go break even right now. Yeah, it was just riskier. It's just super high in this range. It's too late in the day for me now. Of course, bro. Of course you get there now. I would have gotten stopped out though. So it's all good. I think that's it for now. Gotta go back and review everything.